All right, welcome back. So today I'm on the bench getting the X-Maxx ready to take out to the BMX track, and while inspecting it, these tires are brand new. I just glued them before the last run. I found, of course, the infamous tire coming apart, which means I need to glue them again. As you see, all the added glue I already have on these. These only have 2 runs on them. So these are going to take 24 hours to dry. You can't glue tires and then go out and run. With that said, I have the old ones that I re-glued when I replaced them with the new ones. Now, I think 2 of these tires are pretty weak. 2 are new, feel really good, but 2 are questionable, on the verge of popping. And that's why I bought replacements, is because they've been stretched so many times that the foam is deteriorating on the inside. They're just old, and the rubber's all stretched out. So I'm going to put the weaker tires in the rear and the stronger tires up front. And the reason I do that is because X-Maxx loves to wheelie. Plus, to get the rotation in the air, you have to hit the trigger, which makes the front wheels, mainly off the ground most of the time, those are the ones that tend to blow. The only time a rear blow is if you get on the side of an X-Maxx and you hold this thing wide open and it diffs out and it balloons. That tire will blow it if it's not transferring the power evenly to the other wheels. So this one's got a pretty stiff center diff. So front and rear diff are stock fluids. So I do have the wide X-Maxx with the snap-on body on it, which I can throw the basher body on, but I don't like the way the wide X-Maxx handles off jumps. The standard X-Maxx, standard width X-Maxx jumps way better. So I want to get this to the BMX track. So I'm going to put these tires on, and we're going to take these off, wash them. I got to clean up the X-Maxx as well. I'm going to look it over, make sure I don't have any pinions or spurs or anything coming loose. That's a common thing with these. So I can tell this is a good tire. So that's what I'm in the process of doing right now, is throwing on. Actually, I'm going to leave all the tires off for now. Because I got to get some of the mud cleaned up and check some of these bearings. It did pour rain after the track yesterday. Started raining again late last night. I'm pretty sure it's going to be muddy. It's not raining right now. It's damp outside. It's not raining, but I'm going to head over to the track anyway. So, just finished raining again. Everything's still all wet. Looks like there's going to be no track day today. Terrible. And check the conditions. But I wanted to turn on the camera because I have a feeling we're not going to be able to run at the track. And this way, at least I have some footage of what I'm doing. This is just a part of the hobby. If you don't do your pre-checks and you don't check your tires and you don't get your RCs ready, you're just going to have issues when you go out, or a higher chance of having issues. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some of this stuff washed up because there still is a little bit of mud on this. So we're going to get some of this mud off, check some of the bearings, check some of the hardware, definitely check the pinion, make sure it's tight, and get some battery packs in it, make sure everything works, and then we're going to head down to the track. All right, so went ahead ahead and got it cleaned up. So now we're going to throw some tires on it. Some tires that are at least glued. Double check them anyway. Putting the stronger tires up front and the softer tires in the rear. Making sure to check the rotation. From what I remember, I think one of these rotations were backwards because it was the only good tire I had. Yeah, this rear one is backwards because I didn't have a good one that went the other direction. But that's okay. It's a bad tire anyway. I did order a new body for the X-Maxx, so I believe it's going to come in later this week. So now we can get these glued up. I think I only had one coming unglued. This is one of them. That's one of them. No, it's more than one. So I'm going to get the beads cleaned up on this. We'll be right back. Alright, so they're all washed up and dried off. And we are going to start the gluing process. I am not going to use a tip on this one because I've been gluing these too often and I just want to get a bunch of glue into it. So all I'm going to do is spread it open, set some glue down in there. It is going to get all over the chrome, but I don't care. I'd rather them be glued than the rims look magnificent. So, function over looks. God, the glue came off everywhere. We're going to let that dry up. And it didn't happen to all the wheels, and it didn't happen to all the spots. And I did wash the wheels out of the package to glue them. That is a thing because of the release agent. When you have a tip, you can really get down in there. When you don't, you just gotta kind of move the rubber around and get the glue down in there. pouring it on the tire side so that it rolls down into the gap. Little spots that are starting to rip up, and you just add a little glue there. This one's bad. This one came totally off. Making sure that glue gets down in there. Gluing it this way, just double checking your tires ensures that you're going to get the life of your tire, because the X-Maxx tires are not cheap. So doing stuff like this will really ensure that you get longevity out of it. Just a part of it. Wish you can bash every day. Some people don't like to wrench, but a wrenching is a part of the hobby. So I'm going to give these some time to dry, and we're going to get some batteries ready. Be right back. All right. So got the original Max out, because I plan on bringing the Max and the X-Maxx to the skate park. Just want to make sure everything works. Still have to charge up a pack for the Max. It's wet outside again. Oh, that sucks. That's not on. Go. Oh, look at that, the lights are on. Metal axles and all, with the wide kit on it. So this one will work. All the dust coming off of it. Basher packs. We are good to go. ESC fan is the one I really worry about. Motor fans, doesn't matter if they're broken or not. It'll still run for a little while before it overheats. ESC fan will overheat right away on these Maxx 6s. I think we're ready to rip. I always say, make sure you check them. Oh, that glue's still wet. Make sure you check them before you go out. And I'm debating if I want to bring the V2Maxx. I might charge up a pack and bring the V2Maxx as well. That way I have both long chassis and short chassis of the Maxx, kind of like I did with the 4S Creighton and Outcast. The V2s, there's the long chassis and short chassis. This is the short chassis and then the long chassis, and then of course the X-Maxx. We've already done the XRT. XRT is ready to rip. Sledge is ready to rip, so everything's back together. Now we're just waiting on the weather. But there you go. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.
and